Good evening and welcome to the programme. My guest tonight is an institution in the music industry. He is one of the greatest musicians of all time. He is David Miller. Good evening, David.
Please, call me Jeremy.
Jeremy, you're a very private man. This is the first interview you've done in 10 years. Why has it taken so long?
Are you talking to me? You must have me mistaken with someone else. My name is David Miller. Can you repeat the question?
Well, it was more of a statement.
Oh, well then please, continue.
You've just completed your worldwide tour and your most recent album has just sold 30 million copies. You must be very happy with that.
Do you mind if I smoke?
I don't mind at all. Please go ahead.
Do you have a cigarette?
Only 5 years ago, many critics in the music industry had said that your career had
Found one in my breast pocket.
peaked. But here you've come back and you've reinvented yourself. You've created a new image, a new sound, and you've gone through a whole new change in your life. It's like you've stepped out of your shell. You're looking at yourself in the third person almost, and you've completely broken down who you were, your former self, and you've rebuilt yourself mentally, spiritually, and even physically. But most importantly, musically. Was this difficult for you, David?
Definitely. Throughout my career, I've strived to try new sounds, to enter new genres. Many artists fall into the pitfall of repeating themselves, and they quickly become stale and old, and it has been my perennial endeavor to avoid that. I hate to repeat myself.
So now let's get back to your roots, where it all began. You were born in Cleveland.
Definitely. Throughout my career, I've strived to try new sounds, to enter new genres. Many artists fall into the pitfall of repeating themselves, and they quickly become stale and old, and it has been my perennial endeavor to avoid that. I hate to repeat myself.
Now, as I understand, you were brought up in a very musical family. Your father was a beatnik and your mother was a lap dancer. And in your early years, in your formative years, what pointed you in the direction of music? What was your inspiration? What drove you towards music? What was, if you will, your vehicle down that long, narrow highway towards the horizon, towards that wonderful, expansive horizon of the performing arts, the Accademia di Musica, the music. Sa.
When I was a kid, my dad had a huge record collection, and every night, just before breakfast, he'd put a record on the oven. We didn't have a record player, and my dad was a heavy drinker, but some of my fondest childhood memories are of my dad's burning desire for music. You can say I caught his spark.
David, in your early childhood, could you have ever imagined the immense fame that has arisen from your tremendous success in the music industry? And naturally, with this success is the attention of the paparazzi, and they're there, always there, in your face, all the time. You go around a corner, they're there with their lights and the cameras and the flashing and all the time, in your face. They're just there. David, how do you deal with it?
The thing about that is you just gotta take it on the chin and just keep moving on, you know? The thing about the word paparazzi.
Yes, yeah.
Paparazzi. Say it with me. Say it with me. Paparazzi. Paparazzi.
Paparazzi?
Yeah. See, it comes from the word paper and artsy. Paparazzi. Yeah.
Now you have children of your own.
Yeah, it's fantastic being a father, you know. I now have 2 sons in a pot plant, you know. My older son, he's older than I am. Weird, but we told him to slow down with the growing, and he just didn't listen, you know.
Fantastic, and all your albums have reached double platinum, even the ones that weren't released. How do you explain this?
Music, it's not about what you say, it's about how well you say the things in your head with your mouth. Out your mouth. In your head, 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 out your mouth. Yeah. You know, fluency, clarity, rhythm, melody, rhyme, none of that matters in music. What matters is in here, not there. What I'm saying You understand, right?
So tell me, David, when you hear the music of the newer generations, the new up-and-comers, the down-and-outers, the has-beens, the wannabes, the one-hit wonders, the no parking zones, all the rest of them, like Justin Timberlake, Chris Brown and the Jonas Brothers, what advice do you have for these new artists?
Ah, jeez. Justin who? No, seriously, I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh. David Miller, can I ask you one more question?
No.
Okay. Thank you, David Miller.